This is Chicken Trials 5, Part 5. Today here we're going to be messing around with the difference in the heat, of course. We'll explain that later. But for the dry ingredients, we're going to be doing, let's see, 1 tablespoon of the sea salt. By the way, that's 2 cups of just regular self-rising flour. We're going to be doing 2 tablespoons of black pepper. We're going to be doing a 1/2 tablespoon of onion powder and a 1/2 tablespoon of the garlic powder here. And we're also going to be putting in our super duper secret special wild ingredient, and we'll tell you what that was and how much later on. For the wet, I haven't even got that out yet and got it started. That's simply going to be 2 cups of milk and 1 egg. There is the 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder. And get the 1/2 tablespoon of onion powder in. Now that will conclude the dry, except for the last ingredient that we're going to mention later on. Now we'll get started on the wet. Get the rest of that sea salt in there. And yeah, this is sea salt, not just regular salt. Just working on the wet here. Going to be 2 cups of milk with 1 egg. Milk over to the side. Alright, today's chicken we're going to be using is a Tyson. It is 6.5 pounder. Very careful picking of these has to be done there. If you get one of these and the package is all swolled up like this right here, it is pretty much a burnt chicken. If you get one of these and you can squeeze it in any way and you see any of the blood or the juices coming out, don't buy that one either. That just means someone has poked a hole in it so you can't see how swollen the package is. Alright, we're mixing all the dry on up right quick here after we put our final little secret ingredient in it. Make sure that's mixed real well. And we'll get on to doing some chopping of the chicken. Put a little bit more in there and finished it off. This is a wild ingredient this time we're trying. We crazy. Go ahead and get working on our bird here. With our new wild ingredient there, that ought to be quite interesting to see how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, buddy.
We nuts. We got her all butchered up here, and I always use the back here, I don't know if I've ever said that before, to do the gravy with. I'll usually debone it because you can stick the whole back in there, and it's a lot of trouble. But any little spare pieces I have, I make gravy out of them. So just a tip, if you're interested in some gravy along with your chicken, you know, maybe on your mashed potatoes, which is where we put it. Alright, get all this stuff cleaned up. It's been about 20 seconds, I'd say, so whatever that says, add 20 seconds onto it. If I could just find my little wing friend has went missing. To be honest, I'm not going to be able to tell when that batter is browning. I'd say that's about there. I'm going to go ahead and put the top on there with that been around 2 minutes. Let's say 20 minutes.
Got the valve open?
Yeah. I just sometimes miss. Close on down.
Set the timer.
Oh yeah. We're going for 8 minutes this time. We're putting it in at 375 and we're going to cook it for 8 minutes.
And the last time we done this was not pretty.
No, we got out some charcoal. But the last time we had done this, we had a bad seal, wasn't it?
Can't remember.
And we didn't open the top valve.
Didn't crack the valve.
So we are going to try that here. We're going to usually, remember, we open that valve at 4 minutes in, but this time it's obviously going to build up more pressure more quickly. So we're going to open it probably around 3 or 2 minutes in. We will see, and I'll write it down and I'll say.
Alright.
It has been only about 1 minute, I think, and a half in, and it's starting to leak a little bit up there. So it looks like in about 2 minutes in, if it'll let us go that long, we're going to be forced to let off some pressure off just barely like we do off the valve on the top. There we go, 2 minutes in, and you can see it is hissing more and more. Let's see if this is going to cooperate. Go.
Alright.
We'll let it finish its time just like that. And check for doneness as soon as it comes out. 5 minutes to go and she's certainly steaming out now. Minutes to go. The real thing here is from our last trial and failure at 375, multiple trials and failure at 375, will be the doneness of the bird. It seemed like it had darkened way too much usually before the inside meat was done.
That's because the valve popped on it.
That's true. With our newfound knowledge, we're hoping that that's going to change. Alright, that is us. Oh yeah, sure, now I find a wing in there hiding from me.
Looks extra golden brown. I like it.
Let's see if we can find another piece over here. Pie to take out. pretty hot. We want to get these over here relocated ASAP and see about getting some thermometer in it.
Okay, this is not going to make it.
Looks like they're both hanging out around 120.
This has to get a little oven.
And this was done at 375. We browned it for, what was that, 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Cooked it for 8 minutes. With 8 minutes, you know, by itself, pressure cooking. Not long enough.
Rechecking. Not going to make it.
About 5 or 7 minutes has passed since we checked it last. Took them out. What that tells us is oven time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sticking her on in the oven, 375 here, and we're going to give it about 15 minutes. Recheck it, make sure she's reached at least 165, and I like to aim for 170.
Yeah.
370, I mean. No, 170. Leave me alone, please. About 13 minutes in, figure we'd go ahead and check the temperatures of her. Looks like it's getting up to around 150 on that one. Might crawl on up. Yeah, we're gonna let it finish its time in the oven there. Got a few minutes left. Went ahead and stuck her back in the oven for 7 minutes on the same temp. Keep stirring at this gravy here while that's cooking. Wasn't kicking it here. Was it this one, I believe?
Yeah, it wasn't up there.
Well, she's gonna make it now, I'm fairly sure. What? No, grease is popping. Yeah, 170, I think. Yeah, dang near it. It'll easily reach.
Yeah, it's gonna reach it.
And this one here we've determined is definitely gonna make it. Oh, I can tell by the way she's crawling. Oh yeah, these are ready. Finally. Let's go back over here at it. It's been a few minutes. Get a little taste of her going. Yeah, that's bad chicken. That'll be his fault right there. You know, actually, Amber's to blame this time.
That's right. She picked out the secret ingredient.
It was her turn to pick them out.
Yes, it was.
Speaking of that, let me find it and I'll show you her, not ours, secret ingredient. There she be. Unsweetened. The whole pack now, which, you know, is not very much in these packs, you know, something like this right here. But the whole pack, 2 cups of flour and all that, this was the secret ingredient. Now I'm going to get her up here and make her eat them.